Yesterday, of course, was day one of the second impeachment trial of President Trump. This one for the January 6th attack on the Capitol, and it was yesterday was supposed to be the dry constitutional argument. It was the question of whether or not a former president can even be convicted, can be even be impeached by Congress, since impeachment is designed to remove someone from office. And of course, Donald Trump is already gone. So Republicans are making this argument that you can't convict a former president. Democrats are countering and saying, well, no, the other consequence of impeachment is that you're disqualifying someone from high office for life, because that is still on the table. And because he was impeached by the House while he was still in the White House, he is very much subject to this process, and we should charge ahead, which is exactly what they're doing. Democrats, of course, control both the House and the Senate this time, so it's a little bit of a different dynamic to their advantage. Now, I said it was supposed to be a dry constitutional argument, but Jamie Raskin he's the lead impeachment manager, and he took no time at all to show a very dramatic video of both Trump's comments leading up to the assault on the Capitol and some of the more brutal footage from that assault. And people knew that was coming. I don't think people knew it was going to come quite that early, and I don't think that they thought it was going to include some of the footage that it did. I mean, they really pulled no punches with this video. A lot of profanity, a lot of violence. You saw the rioter who was shot and killed just outside the speaker's lobby. That footage was included. You saw the police officer who was getting crushed and literally screaming out for help while the crowd is trying to crush this guy. So very emotional day yesterday on the Senate floor. And the design, you can see very clearly from the Democrats, is if no one thinks that the Senate Republicans are going to cross the aisle in numbers high enough to convict President Trump. There's only a handful of them who have indicated their willingness to do so. But the Democrats' task and their strategy here seems clearly to be, if you are going to acquit, we are going to make that vote as uncomfortable as possible. We are going to force you to relive the violent assault on the Capitol, which of course the Senate was in session, the House was in session, they had to be rushed out of their chambers. So they all know how this played out, but Democrats are going to force them to relive these traumatic events and combine them, intersperse them with Trump's comments leading up to it. And then they have to, of course, try to prove intent. They have to try to prove that Trump intended his words to be interpreted by the crowd as, yes, go to the Capitol and literally stop the steal by blocking this vote that was taking place that same day. So it was just a very emotional day yesterday, and I think you can expect a lot of the same today. There was a call with some of the senior aides on the impeachment management team this morning, and they told us that they are going to actually reveal some new footage. So some video that we have not seen, for 5 weeks now. It was 5 weeks ago that this happened to the day. And of course, we've all been scouring the internet and captivated by a lot of this video footage. Some of it taken by the rioters themselves. And so, it's been all over cable, it's been all over social media, and we've seen much of this footage. But the Democrats are promising beginning today that they're going to have new footage. We don't know quite where they got it, but we think it means, they said it was Capitol security. So I think it just means that it's coming from there's countless cameras around the Capitol complex. And the FBI actually swept through on just hours after the attack and had gathered that footage. And we think that some of that will be revealed today, again, airing that footage on the floor. So again, putting the Senate Republicans in a very uncomfortable position. We don't know what that footage will reveal, but they said it will include both more violence from the attackers, from the rioters, and some acts of bravery from the U.S. Capitol Police, the D.C. Metro Police, who were there that day trying to repel the mob. So again, yesterday was the constitutional question, but also very emotional. Today is the first day of the meat of the trial. Did President Trump incite this crowd? Was that his intention? And with some new video. So a lot to look forward to today.